Okay, here we are on the roof of the hotel in Kathmandu on May the 2nd, and despite all of the news footage that shows Kathmandu destroyed, it pretty much looks the same from here as it did when we left to go up the mountain. There is destruction around, and there are a lot of houses down. More destruction actually in the countryside probably than in Kathmandu. As you might notice, the buildings here are mostly concrete, reinforced concrete. Yes, there are brick buildings, but a lot of them have reinforced concrete floors and columns, and so they've held up pretty darn well. There are some spots that you can see some damage, and there's more damage, of course, that you can't see from this distance. But there's some damage across the way here at on the roof of an adjoining building, but it's mostly the walls that were set up at the top that were not reinforced, and but the building itself looks pretty good. So this is Kathmandu. Now the building up above the trees, the white building at the top of the hill, is where the monkey temple is, and they did have one of the major buildings up there collapsed. From here I can't quite make out exactly what collapsed, but there is major damage up there. That's a very old building. You can see here these this is a 5-story building we're on, and actually it's another story and a half or so to get to the top here where we're at. So you can see this building right across here looks just fine. You can see on the side wall the concrete, which is the reinforced floors and columns which hold it all together. So even though they use brick to fill in, it all looks good. I assume they have some kind of building codes here, though I'm not real sure. But if you want something to stay up, I guess you build it good. You can see all of the water tanks on the roofs. Water pressure is pretty marginal in the city, so you fill up a water tank in the top of on your roof, and that gives you your pressure to operate sinks and toilets and things like that. And let me go around the bush here. And that was towards kind of the outskirts of the city. This is a little bit more towards the center. Nothing is real tall here. I don't know, maybe 10 stories is about it for pretty much anything. This building right over here, they were renovating when we were here 2.5 weeks ago, and they had this all torn out. So this isn't earthquake damage. This is, they're working on apparently changing things around. It's probably better to renovate it than to try and build a new building. Things are kind of close together too. Oh, and this courtyard down here, that's the courtyard of our the restaurant here at the hotel, and we have lunch meals down in that area or right below us. there's a dining room. I smell garlic in the air. It's almost lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. And you can see this building under construction. Looks like it did fine. Not constructing. I don't know, there's a lot of things that seem to be stopped. They've gotten to a point, run out of money or something. Anyway. I'm on the top of the hotel. Here's a patio on the kind of the roof of the hotel. Hadn't realized that I saw this. I wonder what that is here. And then I realized, looking down, oh, there's a wired. Oh, that's our lightning rod for this building. Yeah, probably wouldn't want to be up here during a lightning storm. Anyway, that brings you about the whole distance. Rachel's been staying out of the way. Rachel, say hello.
Hello.
You can see she's enthused like no other to say hello.
Oh yes, terribly.
Okay. We'll be heading home tomorrow. As far as we know, our flight is on time. It's been an interesting trip. Experienced a lot of differences. Experienced an earthquake and an avalanche. Kind of amazing. Be home soon.